Hi friends, good morning and welcome back to TEDS. The topic that we are going to focus today is eye contact with reference to communication skills. In the previous video, we had been discussing about the communication skills, what it means. And today, it is just about eye contact. What do you mean by eye contact? In this video, we are going to see what is the meaning of eye contact and what are the various types of eye contacts and what is suitable for one-to-one interaction and communication. And we'll also see how it is going to be different when you are going with a virtual mode of interviews. What do you mean by eye contact? When I ask this question to anyone, whenever I am going for some seminars, workshops, people normally tell me looking at the eye of a person. Fine. Some people tell me looking at the face of a person and talking to them. Fine. But all those things are fine when I am there in a longer distance. You are looking at my face, you are looking at my eyes, and you are talking to me. That is fine. But we are talking about one-to-one interviews. Either it is a virtual mode or in a kind of a personal, physical mode. Where will you look at? Even then I used to get the kind of an answers, looking at the face of a person. When you are there very close to a person, the face is a bigger aspect. We need to here, just before getting into eye contact, I just wanted to tell you about the spatial relationships also. We call it a intimate zone, personal zone and social zone and public zone. There are 4 zones when you are talking about zone effects. When you are there in a personal zone of a person, just 3 meters, between 3 meters, 1 meter to 3 meters, looking at a person and looking at a face becomes a difficulty. And even when a person in an interview just leans against like this and comes close to you, and where will you see? When you talk about the face becomes a bigger aspect there. Then where are you supposed to see? That becomes a question. Some people immediately say, looking at the eye of a person. How are you going to see an eye of a person? Can you look at the eye of a person? Then I'll ask them, I normally put up this question, which eye you are supposed to look at? Sir, both the eyes? Try looking at both the eyes. Come on, look at me. Look at both the eyes. You cannot look at both the eye of a person at one time. You can't. In not natural way, you can't see both the eye of a person. Very difficult. So, looking at the left eye or look at the right eye, which eye? So looking at the eye of a person doesn't mean that you are having that is the prerequisite of eye contact. No, it is not. It is not looking into the eye of a person. So for example, even looking at the eyeball of a person becomes a problem. When you are communicating, it creates more problem. How? I have maybe a black eyeball. Some people have green, some people have got bluish, some have got brownish. Different eyeballs, the color of the eye. And some have got a small eye, some have got a beautiful big eyes. And when they roll their eyes here and there, automatically the conversation gets disturbed. And there comes the problem with communication skill. So looking at the eye of a person is not the answer. Okay, fine. Where are you then supposed to look at? Some people used to tell me, look at the nose of a person and talk. Nose of a person. Okay, fine. You try it out. I just wanted to give you a small kind of a incident which happens normally. You can try this at home also. Whenever you are talking to a person, your brother, your sister, your mother, your wife or anybody, when they are talking to you, just look at their nose. Don't change your eyesight. Just look at their nose for 1 minute. Just for 1 minute. Don't change your eyesight. Fix your eyes on their nose, sorry, fix your eyes on their nose and just look at their nose without any change. You know what happens? Automatically, the person will start rubbing their nose. You know, there is a biological sequence behind this. When a person is noticing that you are looking at the nose of a person, automatically there is some kind of a pressure that builds on, and there is a high kind of a blood flow on the nose, and that leads to itching sensation. People start itching their nose, rubbing their nose. Then some people might have a different shapes. Nose are there in a different shapes. Some might have a beautiful nose, some might have a bigger nose, some might have a small one. And when you just look at nose, and it disturbs the communication of the other person. It disturbs. It's not assisting your communication, rather it becomes a kind of a disturbing factor. When a person, you are looking at the nose of a person, automatically, why? The person might think, is there something wrong with my nose? Is it a bit dirty? It happens. I tried with one of my students where I was trying to train them. I was going on looking at a person, just at his nose. The person just said, "Excuse me, sir," turned out and took off his hanky and rubbed his nose and came back to me. So this would happen. Okay, fine. Not looking at the nose of a person, then looking at the lips of a person. That is what you have got in your face when you are talking about face. Looking at the lips of a person. Try the same thing. As I have told you, look at the nose of a person for 1 minute. Look at the lips of a person and talk for 1 minute. What happens? I just wanted to give you a kind of a small incident which happened to me when I was when I appeared for the marketing manager position in Softex Services in Chennai. It happened in 1998. I went for an interview. There were 3 interviewers. One, Mr. Nazir, he was the general manager, and the MD was a lady, and the other person who was the assistant general manager. 3 people were sitting just in front of me. In the middle was the lady MD. You know, during that time we didn't have that many shades of lipsticks. I'm talking about 98, not now. 22 years before. They had just 2-3 shades. One is a dark kind of a red lipstick normally people wear. She was very fair in color with a dark color, red color lipstick. I was sitting just in front of them, talking to them. The lady was, there was additional problem also. The desk that separated me and the panel was very small, not even half a meter, maybe 1 meter, that's all, not even a meter. So I was sitting this side, I was just talking to them, they were asking me questions. Then the MD started asking me more questions. When I was just looking at her face, the kind of a red color on her lips, normally the bright color normally pulls your eyesight down. I was trying to control my eyesight. Come on, Edwin, don't look at the, oh, no, pull it up. Speak to her, just look at her and speak. Don't look at the lips. Why? In case, somehow, I finished off my interview, I got selected anyhow. In case, if I had been going on looking at the mouth of a person, lips of a person, what would have been a kind of a case? Certainly, I should have been rejected. Why? It has got 2 things. One, it is related to a kind of a physical relationship you are trying to establish with a person. Okay, one. The second one, when you are looking at the lips of a person, as I told you in the case of nose, automatically there would be a kind of a sensation which starts inside a person, which disturbs them, and it acts as a kind of a barrier to listen to what you are trying to say. That is why we say don't look at the mouth of a person. Automatically, people will start thinking I had maybe a pocket of chips now, maybe something is still lingering on my lips. So people try to wipe it off. So you are not supposed to look at the mouth of a person. Then what do you mean by eye contact? So I have confused you a lot. So what do you mean by eye contact now? See, when we talk about body language and when we talk about eye contact, we talk about three types of eye contact. One is power gaze, intimate gaze, and social gaze. Why do we call it gaze? Why we are not calling sight? There is a difference between staring and gazing. What do you mean by staring? Don't stare at me like this. You might, most of the time people tell you, please don't stare at me like this. Why are you staring at me? Why people normally say that? See, staring is nothing. You just penetrate your eyesight into the person. You start penetrating through. You try to evaluate what a person is. When you start penetrating the eyesight, for interrogations, it can be done. When a police officer or anybody is doing an interrogation to evaluate whether the person is telling a lie or the truth, they have their piercing look, the stare. They don't change, they just look at your eyes and they penetrate deep into you. And the person cannot, if a person is trying to say a lie, he cannot be normal. Automatically, he becomes jittery. So, staring is not to be done during any kind of an interview process. So, gaze, what do you mean by gaze? It's a kind of a glance, a pleasant glance that you are going to show. So, I was talking about three types of eye contact. Let me talk about the first one. Power gaze. Power gaze means this is the area, the forehead of a person. You will be just fixing your eyesight there. You will not move. And you will be just looking at the forehead of a person and talking to them. Why? What is the impact of this power gaze? As the name stands, power. It is giving instructions. And you want to tell them something? No, I want you to do this. This is to be done only on this manner. Nothing more, nothing less. So, you fix your eyesight and tell them, no, this is what you are supposed to do. Simple. In interview, we can't use that. See, for this power gaze, is very good example you might have seen the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger comes like a robo, he is a robo, and he stands and he doesn't even move here and there. When he speaks, just speaks looking at the forehead of a person, and that is called power gaze. You want to give any instructions and command, use this power gaze, not in any kind of an interview process. Okay, then we have something called intimate gaze. What it means? Intimate gaze, you can't do it with everybody. As the word stands, intimate. Intimate means only with intimate people. For example, I am coming to physical notion I am talking about. I am coming for a webinar, or I am coming for a seminar, or I am coming there for a workshop. I am addressing you people. People are going on looking at my tummy, looking at my shorts, my trousers, looking at my shoes, looking at me, looking at my hands. Will I be comfortable in delivering my talk? It will not make me comfortable. Rather, whatever I wanted to communicate, it stops. Automatically, my mind starts working behind, telling me, my dear, people are noticing you, observing what you are, not what you do. Maybe my tummy is a bit up due to COVID. People look at my tummy, automatically I try to pull my tummy in. And I don't like people evaluating my body. So, intimate gaze is that you can watch, you can look at a person anywhere, on their knees, on their tummies, or on their shoulders, on their neck, face, anywhere. But will I do the same thing with when my son or my daughter, my wife looks at me, at my body? Will I say, no, my dear, you are not supposed to look at me in all the places. Just look at my face. No. So the word stands as it stands, intimate. Intimate gaze is meant only for intimate people whom you have allowed to be intimate to you, not to everybody. Now, okay, that you cannot do. Now, the third one, which is very important and which needs to be developed, the skill needs to be developed, and I'll be talking about it as eye contact for any interview, that is called social gaze. What do you mean by social gaze? In social gaze, we talk about a triangle. This is the triangle we talk about. So it comes from here, and this is the triangle. Any gaze, just look at them pleasantly on this surface, that's all. It is not looking into the eye of a person, or it is not looking into the nose of a person, or it is not looking at the mouth of a person. It is a common gaze in this triangle. And we also recommend, don't stare at a person, don't fix your eyesight at a person for a long period of time, not more than 30-40 seconds. When you are talking to them continuously for 30-40 seconds, then automatically shift your eye contact like this. Maybe when you start thinking, automatically your eye contact normally goes either on your right side or on your left side when you start thinking and talking. So go and come back and address a person. For example, I used to play this kind of a game with everybody. When a person is coming very close to you like this, he comes into even your intimate zone, and he is trying to ask you some questions, and automatically your body will act accordingly. You start going behind because of the zonal relationship. We don't allow everyone to get into our personal zone or our intimate zone. But even if the interviewer is coming close to you like this, you are doing some kind of a work on the he has given you to do some coding, and you are doing your coding now, and he is coming very close to you, looking at you face to face at this level and talking to you. There also the social gaze can be utilized. A simple trick: look at the trunk of a nose, this part. Look at them. Even if a person is coming very close to you, you can have a better eye contact. Nothing happens. So this is, we were talking about the physical mode. What happens when it comes to a virtual mode? Virtual mode, we were talking about two things. Either you might be hearing the audio of a person, or video. In case if he has enabled his video, you will have his video. Don't do anything. Don't look at him. There is an option to pin your own video into your laptop or into your mobile. Pin your own video, look at yourself, start talking. It will be more comfortable. Look at yourself and start talking. The kind of a picture that you are going to give it to the other person will be that you are looking at him and you are expressing your thoughts very well. So my dear friends, this is what I have got to share with you on eye contact. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment. I'll be addressing the same in the next video. From here on, videos will be published every Sunday. Come on, let's meet in the next video on another topic in body language. Thank you.